Hello everyone, and very warm welcome back to another Black Country Homebrew video. In today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So as many of you know who watch my videos, I have gone to all grain brewing. However, today we're going to be doing an extract kit. So the extract kit that we're going to be doing today is the Festival Bonfire Toffee Stout kit. Bit of a backstory to today's video. I was actually meant to be brewing a Guinness clone with the ingredients coming today. So I set everything up, got my Brewzilla clean and everything, and then I got an email from the Malt Miller earlier saying there'd been an issue with the label on one of my parcels. So it won't be delivered today and it's probably lost. So fair play to them, they're going to send the ingredients out straight away with Saturday delivery upgrade, so massive shout out to the Malt Miller, brilliant customer service, but that meant that I couldn't get a brew day on today. I am away this weekend and then I do go on holiday on Monday, so I wanted to get a brew on before I go on holiday so it's got time to ferment, so when I come back I can stick it in the keg and condition it for a while. So I've been meaning to do a festival kit for quite a while. It was the first ever brew that I did back in 2020. I think a lot of us got into home brewing using festival kits and it was fantastic and it made me want to carry on with home brewing. So in the back of my head I've wanted to do one again for a while, and I thought that this was the perfect opportunity to get a video out for you guys and also get a brew day on for me before I do go on holiday. So I went with the Toffee Bonfire Stout. I was pretty set on doing a stout. As I said, I was going to do a Guinness clone, so I wanted a dark beer to do. But because it is a extract kit, I thought it might be a little bit boring. I've decided to get 3 commercial beers as well, 3 commercial stouts, which I'm going to be doing a tasting video on. So we've got the Vocation Cross Brew York Sweet Temptation Chocolate Caramel Stout, the Brew York Tom Cocoa Milk Stout, and the Siren Nitro Breakfast Stout. So I thought I'd just chuck these in, a little bit of a tasting video just to make the video a little bit more exciting for you. So I'm going to be brewing this kit as is. I'm going to be using the yeast that comes with the kit. I'm going to be using the priming sugar if I put it into bottles. Just everything that comes with the kit I'm going to be using. The only addition is I'm going to be using Harris Pure Brew, which most of you know that have watched my videos in the past. Unless I'm using spotless water, I do tend to put this in most of my brews when using tap water, which I am going to be doing today because one, it enhances the flavour of the water, so I find it gets rid of the chlorine homebrew taste, which many of you will be familiar with, and it's also got yeast nutrient in as well, so I am going to be sticking that in. So it's going to be simple brew. I've got my brew bucket down here, sat with sanitizer, and we will get into that in a second. We'll get into the kit, we'll open that up, so I just need a few minutes to get everything ready and then we'll get into it, so I'll catch you in a second. So I've just put my kettle on to boil. I'm going to need some hot water for the bucket initially and also to warm the tins of malt extract up. So while that's on the boil, let's get into the kit. So for those of you who don't know, Festival are classed really as like the staple of brewing kits. They've been around for a long time, I think, and a lot of people get into home brewing. As I mentioned, they go from the wanting kits and then they go to a festival kit, or they start on festival kits. So getting into the box, I'd say it's easy, but you all know what I'm like opening boxes, cutting wrappers and everything at the moment. There. First of all, got your instructions, as you'd expect. So, really detailed instructions, hopefully that will focus for you. It's got everything on it. You can write on the top Kit name, batch number, date started, starting gravity, date of barreling / bottling, etc. So standard extract kit instructions. And then on top we have 15 grams of yeast, beer yeast stout, so full 15 grams of yeast. A lot of kits they do put small amounts of yeast in, but that's a good amount of yeast. Place that up there. So you do get priming sugar included, which with some kits you don't, and you have to buy priming sugar, dextrose, yourself when you buy the kit, but that is included. I've decided just in between recording the last clip and now I am going to keg this beer. I have got a nitrogen CO2 mix bottle which will be perfect for stouts, so it would be great to see what it pours like through that, so I'm probably going to keg it, so we won't be needing that. American oat chips, so I wasn't expecting that in this kit, but do get them included, so that's got best before of the night 24. And here is your extract, so 1.5 kilogram Bonfire Toffee Stout, comes in a packet now. Can't remember before if they actually came in tins or not. If any of you do know, drop them down, but I do like it when I put them in these pouches, so it's a lot easier than getting a can opener, and I've got the worst can opener in the world, so I'm very glad to see that it's in a pouch. So say that's 1.5 kilos of that. And underneath we've actually got another 1.5 kilo of malt extract, so that's good to see. You're getting 3 kilos total of malt extract, and there's no dextrose sugar in there, so it should be a decent quality kit with 2 lots of stout. So reading around the box, what's it actually going to brew? So brewing rise, it is a limited edition. It says C, pours a deep black with creamy off-white head. Aroma is a fantastic blend of dark berry fruits, licorice and toffee. Taste, the beer is full-bodied, moorish and filling, exhibits a fantastic treacle, coffee and chocolate note that combines and is reminiscent of autumn days eating bonfire toffee. It's got a bitterness scale, so it's got 4 hops and it's 3.5 and brews to approximately 6%. It then says that it makes 17 litres, so it's not a full 23 litre batch that some kits normally brew to, but I think it's going to be better quality, so I don't mind that. It then goes on the back and there's a big paragraph basically says the UK is steeped in brewing history and is home to its own unique styles of beers and is now imitated over the world, blah blah blah. It goes on. If you want to read it, hopefully that'll focus for you. Pause it there, it's all there. Right, put the box there, get the instructions wherever I've put them. As I've said to you many times before, I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached to me, so what's it saying? So getting started, read the instructions, clean and sterilise your fermenter, lid and mixing paddle, which I have done. It's been sat in sanitizer for probably an hour now, so I'd like to think that it is all done. Stand the 2 malt extract pouches in hot water for 5 minutes, which I've just boiled my kettle, so I'll be doing that in a minute. Tear open the 2 malt extract pouches and pour into the fermenter, rinse out the remains using hot water and then add 3 litres of water. Add the dextrose brewing sugar if included, which is not. And then we top up to the volume listed on the table below, so this is the Bonfire Toffee Stout, so you actually top it up to 17 litres. Take a hydrometer reading, check liquid temperature is below 25 degrees and add the contents of the beer yeast sachet and stir gently. So fit the airlock and Bob's your uncle. It's done. then goes in the fermenter. It says it'll take about a week to ferment. Kegging and bottling. So it says proceed to keg barrel your beer 5 days after the hops are added. There is no dry hops in this, so this is a generic instruction manual that covers all of their kits, I'm guessing. Siphon directly into your barrel, which will be the keg, and then I'm going to pump it with a nitrogen CO2 mix to give it that good stout pour. Right, I'm going to get these malt extracts sat in hot water for a little while, and then we will come back and start the kit. Right, so they've been sat in water for the last 5-10 minutes, literally boiling hot water on a pan, and let them stand in there. So they should be nice and runny now, ready to transfer in. As per the instructions, the first thing we do is get the 2 packs of malt extract, cut them open, tip them in. So we're going to do that now. So first of all, the scissors here. Give them a quick sanitize. So I'll chuck that down there so it's not in the way. So I'll cut these open. So very hot. You couldn't write that, could you? Jesus Christ. Spray. Wow. So yeah, the smell is toffee, chocolatey, kind of roasted. It smells really good, so I'm now really looking forward to trying this beer, but we'll tip that in. I say these pouches are great, but they are a bit of a pain in the to wash out after. But try and get as much out as we can. So as you can see, it's a lovely, nice dark colour. So that's the first one. Place down here. And then on to the second one now. So putting them in the water does really help. Makes it a lot looser, makes it pour a lot nicer. It really does smell incredible. So it's exactly the same malt extract as the one that we've just put in. If any of you have done this kit or any of the festival kits that you could recommend, then please drop them in the comments below. Let's get this all over my hand. Brilliant. So there's the 2 packs in. What I'm just going to do, add a tiny little bit of water to shake them about, and then we'll chuck it in. So back in a sec. So I'll just fill these up with a couple of 100 ml of water, and what I tend to do is just fold them over like so. And just give them a bit of a shake. As you can imagine, that water in there is really hot, so please be careful when doing it, because you will burn yourself. And spill it over the floor. Right, let's get that poured in. And that's literally got 99% of it out. So next part is add 3 litres of boiling water. I've probably added in half a litre there, so I'm going to go for about 2.5 litres added in now. Kettle's just boiled, so I'm going to go and get that and add that in. Right, I've moved the camera up so you can actually see me a little bit better now. Right, so I'm going to put about 2.5 litres in here. There's one. We're not going to get 2.5, so I'm going with 2. It'll be fine. It's actually reading 5 litres on the thing, but obviously we've just added the malt in as well. Get my spoon, which has been sanitised before, but never be too safe. Sprayed with some sanitiser. I'll start giving all that a stir. So basically what you're trying to do is you're just trying to dissolve the malt into the water, which will help it once we add, or top it up to 17 litres. So that's that bit done. I'm now sure it says the oak chips need to go in now. I can get the instructions open. It says add the 2 malt extracts, add the water to your fermenter for the Bonfire Toffee Stout, add the oak chips now. So the oak chips are here. Try and get them down to the bottom. Give them a cut open. They smell absolutely incredible. Wow. Tip them in. I'm just going to mix this. Get it all stirred in, all dissolved in as best as possible, making sure that none of it is stuck to the bottom. Sure, with other kits that I've done in the past it says you add the water first, then add the kit into it, but this, as I say, did say add the malt in first, then the water on top, so it's feeling good, don't feel like there is any stuck to the bottom. So, move on to the next part. It now says dextrose sugar, as I said, it's not included, and then top up to the value of the table below, which Bonfire Stout is 17 litres. So to top it up, I've got a container with water in there, so I'm just going to get 5 litres out of my tap, tip it in, tip it in, tip it in. So come back to you once that's done. Just like that, we're at the 17 litre mark. So basically now I'm just going to give that all a good stir, make sure that the malt is mixed in with all the water. Also try and introduce a bit of oxygen into it. The thing we don't want is the malt stuck at the bottom and then the rest of the water on top technically diluted, which is not what we want. It smells brilliant, honestly. And obviously we want the oak chips throughout the whole brew as well, so we can flavour it all in. So go that stir. Next thing I need to do is take a hydrometer reading, so I'm just going to spray this all with sanitizer. Make sure that that's nice and clean. 2 secs. I know I could just stick my hydrometer, my thing in, but I'll go with this method instead. Probably move that away from my laptop, that would be a good idea, just in case it spills over. Tip that back in. Now that I've got the hydrometer reading, we're going to go in with the pure brew. So as I said, for those of you who haven't used Pure Brew or heard of it before, just helps get rid of that homebrew twang that you get when using tap water. Basically comes in a package, so you've got a tablet there, which I'm guessing maybe is a Camden tablet, and then you've got some yeast nutrient in the bottom. So it's only a couple of quid, and I do think it makes a massive difference. So we are going to go in with a spoonful yeast nutrient, and then the tablets you actually have to squash between 2 teaspoons and chuck that in. These 2 teaspoons have just been washed and dunked in sanitizer and then left to dry. So, squash it between 2 spoons. And just pour it in like so. And then just give that all a good stir in once again. So now that's all that's left to do is add the yeast. I'm just going to get my thermometer and check that it is the right temperature, because I don't want to be putting the yeast in when it's too hot. So catch you in a sec. So after taking the temperature, we're still at 27 degrees. It's still a little bit too warm to pitch the yeast. So I've put the lid on, put the airlock on. I'm just going to sit this outside while we do the tasting review on the stouts, and then by the time we've done them, hopefully it should have cooled down to the correct temperature. It's quite chilly outside today, so hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Right then, let's get into these beer tastings. Just before we do, I have took a hydrometer reading, and we are at about 1.054. What did it say on the instructions? I don't think it does. Basically says we should be at 1.012. So we've started off at 1.054 and we'll just let it ferment and see how it ends up. So just move this out of the way so it's not in the way of the video. Right, beer tasting. Sorry if it's all a bit mishmash this video, as I say, it wasn't the video I was expecting to do. So got 3 stouts here down in Morrison's on the old 3 for 2 deal. So as I said, we got Siren Brew Nitro Breakfast Stout. Don't know why I found that really hard to read. Brew York Toncoco, I think it's pronounced, and Vocation / Brew York Sweet Temptation. So let's get it poured into a glass. So I think the first one we'll go with is the Siren Brew. That one there, if it focuses. Poured in. So it does say Nitro Breakfast Stout round the can. Nitro Breakfast Stout. Nitro Broken Dream has arrived, an indulgence of chocolate and specialty malts. Our flagship stout is smooth and moreish. It's brewed with lactose for balanced sweetness along with carefully selected coffee. These cans are dosed with nitrogen in line for incredible mouthfeel. Pour hard and fast for the full cascade effect. Keep cold, serve cold, drink fresh. And this is coming out at 6.5%. So, never tried this beer before, looking forward to trying it. So, pour hard and fast. Didn't really get a cascade effect, but don't understand why my camera's not focusing, I do apologise. Right, so that's the first one. Second one is Brew York Milk Stout. What's it say about this one? Coconut rating 4 out of 5, so I'm looking forward to trying this. Don't really say much. It says malts, pale, flagged barley, flagged oats, crystal 150, crystal 400, torrefied wheat, chocolate, roast barley. That's about it. On the back it has got a little graph which describes, I don't know why my camera's not focusing today, I do apologise, there we go, of the beer and what it should taste like. So I'm going to go for that one. Really nice pour, thick creamy head. And then I haven't got another small glass, so we're having to go with a big glass for the Vocation Brew York Sweet Temptation. So you can't beat this classic combination of chocolate and caramel swirled together. This stout is liquid chocolate and oozes decadence and luxury. Sweet, caramel, sweet. Just say what ingredients. It says malty barley, oats, lactose. 6.6%. Let me go with the pour on this one. Once again, a lovely pour. So we'll let that one settle. That one smells alcoholic, I can smell it. So right, on to the first one. So this is the Siren Brew. As you can see, it's a lovely dark stout colour, nice foamy head on the nose. Straight away chocolate. Coffee. Not getting much of, I don't think, of like a roasting. It's mainly like, kind of like a mocha kind of smell, chocolate and coffee, so let's get into it. That's a cracking stout. That is beautiful. Initially it's chocolate, but then coffee on the back end. Yeah, that's beautiful. Nice and smooth. You can definitely tell it's got nitrogen in it. It's got that nice little smoothness to it. What percentage did it say again? Can't remember. 6.5%. Doesn't taste 6.5%, I can tell you that. But yeah, chocolate. There's definitely some coffee in there. But absolutely lovely pint. Second one, 4.3%. Brew York Toncoco Milk Stout. You see, lovely dark colour again. Coconut. Really is coconutty, which, as it says on the back, it should be. It's not really like an artificial coconut either, it's just, it smells like fresh coconut. You know, like when you get artificial flavours and they can sometimes be too sweet and too enhanced and rubbish really, but no, it's really nice. Fresh coconut. That is also beautiful. Main characteristic of that is, as I said, coconut. I mean, it says it on the back. Was it 4 out of 5 coconut rating? It's just coconut. Like a coconut coffee, chocolatey, all rounded. That's beautiful. Very quashable as well, being 4.3%. You could slam a few of those. It's not too heavy either. It doesn't feel too heavy on your stomach, so I could definitely have a few of those. Finally is the Sweet Temptation, which is chocolate caramel stout, 6.6%. So the strongest out of all of them. Cheers. Don't know why I said cheers when I'm just smelling it, but yeah. Chocolate. It's the main thing. There is definitely that caramel there. Doesn't smell as strong as the other ones. It's definitely sweeter than the other ones. So, now for the cheers. It's very sweet, so the name's right. Sweet Temptation is a lot sweeter than the other ones. It's chocolatey, caramel. So this is totally my opinion. I'm not a beer expert in any way, but that's very artificially caramelly. It's definitely there, but it's a bit too artificial for my liking. Might be for some other people's likings, but it's certainly not for me, that one. I couldn't smash a few of them. I could probably have 1 pint, but it's not the one. So that one's out of the equation. Which one of these is my favourite? So it's between the Siren and the Brew York. That coconut's incredible. It's a really nice drink. Really, really nice. That coconut is so fresh. Into the Siren. That's also an absolute beautiful beer. This is going to be so hard to choose between the two. Well, I mean, this is personal preference. If you haven't tried these two beers especially, go out and try them. If you haven't tried them, then let me know. Sorry, if you have tried them, let me know in the comments below what you think. But excuse me, it's going to have to be this one. That is the winner of today's trial. Never really done a beer trying before, so if it's embarrassing, I do apologise, but that's the winner. Yeah, definitely not putting the Siren down in any way. That is a cracking beer, cracking stout. I would go out and buy and have a few of those, but between the two, they're slightly different beers, I know, but they're still stouts. That is a winner. Get yourself out there, try that. If you love coconut, you're gonna love this stout. So, right, well, I hope you enjoyed that part. As I say, I just thought I'd add it in, just a bit of fun and a bit of something different, and doing an extract kit. It might have been a little bit of a boring video for some of you that want to come and watch all grain brews. So, let me know what you thought. If you want me to try some more beers, excuse me, God, that one came out from nowhere. then let me know. I can go and try beers. I'm happy to sit here and try them. That's no problem. If you do want to see that, let me know below. But right, I'm going to wait for that to cool down and read temperature, and then we will get the yeast pitched. So I will catch you back here in a bit. Right, it's been about an hour since we left the outside, and it's now at 24 degrees, so it's within the pitching range of the yeast that comes with the kit. So we are going to cut the yeast open, sprinkle it on top, and then we'll put it away for a week to ferment. So I'm going to be doing this proper old school brew kit. It's not going to be going in a fermentation fridge. It's going to sit in my kitchen. It's between 20 to 25 degrees each day, which is what the yeast says on the instructions to ferment at. So we're just going to brew this as if we were an amateur home brewer, which I am, but I have got a few little extras like fermentation fridge. We're just going to do it as if I was just starting out in brewing and see how good this kit can be. So just cut the yeast open. Now normally when you have a yeast, it normally smacks you in the face with the smell, but it's actually pretty mellow, so we'll see how this turns out. Just going to sprinkle this on top. I'm sure it's going to have a whale of a time in there with all that sugar. It's a good amount of yeast. I hate it like when you used to buy kits first time, it comes with a tiny amount of yeast. That is a really good amount of yeast. So that's on there. Get the lid, give this another spray. One thing with brewing, as all of you probably know, is you just can't be too careful when it comes to cleaning, sanitation. And make sure that's clipped all the way around there, which it is. And that's it, as easy as that. If you've never brewed before, festival kits are fantastic, extract kits are brilliant. Yes, I do all grain, but it took me a few years to work my way up to that. It does get expensive where you can go out here. I think this kit was 27 quid for 17 litres, so it is a bit on the expensive side, but for the quality of kits that Festival produce, it's you know, worth every penny. Once this is fermented into a keg, condition for 2 weeks, and then it'll be coming out the nitro CO2 mix, so we should get a good cascade smooth stout just in time for bonfire night. If this is your first time watching the video, then you know, drop a comment below if you've got any questions. Please subscribe, like. I do lots of different brewing stuff. I do all grain, I do tastings. I'm just an amateur home brewer. I'm nothing special. I just like recording. Adds a bit of time and a bit of something to the old Brewday. If you are a returning viewer, then thanks so much for watching again. Do comment below if you've got any questions. If you want me to review any kits, let me know. Basically, if you want me to do anything, I need ideas, so just let me know. I'm happy to. If you want to try a kit but you're not sure, you want to know what it's like, I'll literally go out there and buy it when I've got time to do a brew, or I've got a brew that I need to do, and I'll do it. I like all styles of beers, so I'm happy to try and give everything a try. So thank you very much. Catch you on the next one.